And let's finally weld up this one. Oh no! Man, my planning in this series is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I really need to work on my planning, guys. I honestly do. Oh! I just repaired that! Oh, man. I need to be more vigilant. But I'm sure you guys have figured out by now that vigilance is not my middle name. G'day guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back for another episode of Space Survival. Alright, so I need to kind of work really quickly because I've just encountered another set of drones, and what I'm going to do is try and get myself some steel plates. Let's see if I can. There we go. That should be heaps. What I want to do is pin this thing down because, yeah, currently it's kind of floating in midair and I'm kind of running out of fuel really quickly, so I've got to be quick in doing this. Alright, so let's align this to the grid. Local grid alignment mode is activated. Okay, cool. So let's put some blocks here like this. And I think maybe that's a little bit too far. I might... Is it? Nah, that should be right. Alright, so I'll place some blocks here, and then what I want to do is grab a merge block and place one on top here, and then also I want to place a merge block around about there somewhere, so that should be fine. And then what I'm going to do is quickly pinch the components from these merge blocks here, so I'll just grab some random blocks here and we'll build this, and that should hopefully hold that, and then we can just grab the components for these merge blocks full. Here. Darn it, my inventory is full. Alright, so let me get everything out of my inventory actually. Where is cargo? Here we go. I've got to be really quick because I'm trying to get this done before the next drone wave spawns, because if I'm not mistaken, we are kind of low on nickel and we're low on ammunition. We're pretty much low on everything. And my assembler is kind of hanging 10 and isn't really gonna do me any good being totally exposed. So if I lose my assembler, then I'm kind of, yeah, up the proverbial creek without a paddle. Alright, that should be enough. And let's finally weld up this one. Oh no! Let's get this welded up and get this thing pinned down, and hopefully I've got enough time to then sort myself out for the next wave. What I would like to do is build some bigger weapons, but like I said, we're short on magnesium, so I think what I might do instead is build a modded version of the Gatling turret that will give me a little bit more range on that turret, if that makes any sense. So let's pin this thing down. Alright, finally, and we are locked. So now I'm not wasting any power getting this sorted. Alright, so now I think what I want to do next is quickly build some sort of protective cover over my assembler, because like I said before, it's kind of just, yeah, hanging there with nothing to do. Oh, that's right, all my steel plates are in here. Alright, let's try and grab these out before the next wave of drones come along. Alright, so I've got some steel plates. So I'm going to place them over this assembler here, and then hopefully that'll be enough to protect it. It won't last too long, but at least it's something. Okay, so we have our protective cover on. Let's just make sure this is still working. The refinery is still working, so that's fine. I think what I would like to do now is see if I can grab the components for a conveyor junction. Hopefully I have them, and I would like to build a second Gatling turret. So let's, I probably should have, I've got to get rid of this and then put a conveyor junction there, and then withdraw the components for another conveyor junction. Awesome, we have the components for that. Fantastic. Let's get these two junctions welded up, and I'm going to place another block or another Gatling turret right next to it. Okay, so we've got our junction done. Now let's grab the components for... I'm going to build one of these Warfare Gatling turrets because it has a greater range than the stock ones, and hopefully that will mean that I can take out the drone before it actually gets to my base. So let's grab the components for that, see how much we have. Looks like we've got to get a few more components for that. Alright, let's remove this from the build planner, re-add it to the build planner, and let's get this welded up, or at least let's build the components for it. Hopefully I have enough and we can get this thing actually built. See, I've only got 30 ingots of nickel left as well, so that's going to be an issue too. So I need to start mining a bit of stone as well, which is really not cool. Alright, so we have our Gatling turret on, so let's set the AI aiming radius to... Sweet, 1400 meters. That sounds good. And then I think... Let's see, I'm not sure what the components are for that. Let me have a look here. I need to get all of my ammo boxes out of here, grind this one down, and then place another one of these things down. Hopefully a drone doesn't show up the second I do this. That would really be unfortunate. Okay, so we've got our second turret up and running. Let's dump all of our ammo in there. And let me just check these Gatling turrets and see if they have ammo in them. I'm pretty sure they use the same ammunition. Yeah, they do. Okay, cool. So... I'm actually feeling relatively comfortable. Alright, let's set the range on this one as well to 1400 meters. I know it might be a little bit cheating, but honestly, I've just got no real way to defend myself, and I've got this solar tower which is kind of hanging in the breeze, which is really not cool. Alright, let me just check the settings for these Gatling turrets. Okay, I think they should be online and operational. There shouldn't be any issues with those. So that should be just fine. Alright, let's, can I manufacture any more steel blocks? Alright, so I have some more steel plates. I think what I'm going to do is put a cover on the front of this here refinery, and that should hopefully protect that a little bit more. So, place some blocks there. I'll leave the conveyor port accessible, and hopefully that'll work to my advantage. Alright, now somebody in the comments suggested to turn off my antennas. I don't know if I have any other antennas activated, and I don't know if having active antennas will actually stop, or disabling all of my antennas will actually stop these drones from spamming at me. I'm not sure if that's how it works. Alright, fantastic. I might just build some blocks around this just to be safe. Maybe we'll just put a line of blocks there. I've got plenty of iron, so iron's not going to be an issue. It's just the nickel, really. Alright, so everything is welded up and everything is looking good. Strangely enough, I haven't seen a drone for a while, so... Has it run out of drones or something like that? Let me just check this antenna, make sure this is turned off as well. Like I said, somebody in the comments suggested that that may be one of the reasons why they're constantly spamming at me, so let us find this antenna. It is turned off. I don't believe there is an antenna here. There might be a beacon, but as far as I'm aware, beacons should be fine. Let me just check the inventory here and see if we have a beacon. Doesn't look like it. Do we have... We don't have an antenna, which is fine. Okay, so how much charge do I actually have left in the batteries for this thing? Alright, so I don't have much charge. I've got about... Yeah, really not much at all. Okay, so now I think I need to start mining some stone so that we can get some nickel, because I am dangerously low on nickel. Let me just have a look here how much nickel we actually have. Yeah, so I have 30 ingots of nickel left, which is really not much at all. And I have little to no magnesium to speak of. How much power do I have on this base? Alright, so we've got 8 hours worth of power left, which is plenty of time, honestly. I mean, 8 hours doesn't really seem like a lot, but given the fact that each one of these episodes goes for about an hour, then I consider that to be a decent amount. Okay, so maybe instead what I'll do is, let's get some light armor blocks, and maybe we'll try and finish up this tower here so that it doesn't get shot down, because if that gets shot down, then we're in... I guess we're not really in that much trouble, but we are in a lot more trouble than what we are, so... Man, this is such a difficult thing to manage all this stuff. Alright, so I've got this solar tower welded up. Now that that is sorted out, I think actually every single one of these solar panels is actually damaged at this point. Yeah, all of them are kind of just... Oh, man, this sucks. All the solar cells are missing. Oh, what's this? What the? How is this guy still operating? How is that? Oh no, now he's going down. What? I thought I could see a shadow moving around at some point, but I thought it was a drone kind of coming in and not like kind of flying around the base. Wow, okay. These things are quite resilient actually. Jeez, I wouldn't mind getting the design for that myself and deploying a few of them to protect me. Okay, so as I was saying, I got the solar tower kind of fixed. All of the solar panels are dead, so we have no power input, but we do have 8 hours worth of power left. The only thing is though that I don't have any nickel really to speak of, so I think I'm going to do a whole boatload of stone mining. Now I could use the respawn pod to do so, but I think I might just leave it there. Yeah, there's just nothing... Well, I don't really even have a connector to then connect this back up to the base and all that sort of jazz. So yeah, I think I'm just going to mine a whole bunch of stone by hand to get the nickel that I need, and then from there we can finally start getting that ship built and maybe some other things as well. Once I have some nickel and I determine whether or not disabling these antennas is enough to stop this thing sending drones after me, then I would feel a little bit more comfortable going back down to the planet to get some more magnesium, and then to build some better weapons like maybe some autocannons or something like that. Alright, so here we go with a whole bunch of hand mining. Alright, so I've done a fairly extensive amount of hand mining of stone, which is, yeah, kind of counterintuitive, I guess. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, well, why don't I just build a piston and a drill and all that sort of jazz? Well, the thing is that I'm so low on nickel at this point that I don't even have the resources to build that. So, although that would be the ideal scenario, yeah, I can't really do that. So, now that we have a little bit of nickel under our belt, so let me just check how much we have. I think it's like, yeah, 50 ingots, which isn't really that much. Hopefully that will allow me to build some of these solar panels back up again, because honestly none of them are working. So let's add all of these to our build planner and get these built. Now the thing is also, perhaps that person who left the comment in the comment section of the last video and suggested that I turn off all of my antenna was right. I haven't actually seen a drone since I turned off the antenna on my character, so that is quite interesting. So at least I don't have to deal with the constant threat of drones coming after me, so that's actually quite nice. I didn't actually know that, so oh boy, I could have saved myself so much trouble if I had just turned off my antennas at the start of this whole escapade. But well, you know, as much as it was stressful for me, I guess it was entertaining for you guys, right? Alright, so let's put all these components to production and see if we actually have the resources to do so. Low. So we need 223 nickel ingots. That's not really too good. The question is, do I fly all the way out to where the nickel, the asteroid with nickel was? Kind of hoping that an asteroid closer by has some nickel, but yeah, I don't know if I really want to continue mining by hand, but I don't know. Maybe I will do so to get those solar panels online and then see how we go after that. Okay, so I have been mining for quite some time. As you can see, I have built up quite the reserve of stone here. There is just tons of it, and I have, yeah, kind of decimated half of this asteroid just trying to get some of this stone together. But I do believe at this point we have manufactured enough solar cells so that we can actually get not heaps of this solar tower up and running, but I think enough of it. So I think I started about here, so let's get some of these solar panels back up and running, and hopefully we can get some decent amounts of power happening in this base again. I am kind of extremely lucky that the metal block that was sitting here never got destroyed, because if that did, then this entire solar tower would have kind of fallen down. So yeah, that would have been bad. So I guess, you know, I kind of got lucky on that front. Also, it seems like the person who suggested to turn off my antenna was 100% correct in doing so, because we have not encountered any drones since I turned off that antenna, which is, like I said, it is a little bit frustrating because I wish I had known that before, but you live and you learn. So, like I said, at least it keeps you guys entertained, right? Alright, so I think at this point I have about 7 functioning solar panels. The rest of them are destroyed. What do we got here? 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we got 7 functional solar panels. Let us see how we're doing for power now. I should hopefully be positively charging everything, but there is quite a lot going on, so... Oh yeah, cool. So we are recharging. Current input is not as high as I would like, but we are actually moving forward. So this is good. Okay, so the question is, I think I have enough ammunition. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to deconstruct these MR8P magazines. So we'll go into production, we'll go to disassembling, and how many of those things do I have? I think I had about 200 and... Right, so I will deconstruct 200 of those. So let's go to disassembling, and let's choose 200 of these. Actually, let's remove that. So 200. Let's deconstruct 200 of those, and then that should hopefully give me enough magnesium powder to then be able to build some more ammo boxes. So let's go to production. I'm going to have to wait for that. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I'll take a cheeky trip out to our nickel asteroid and go ahead and grab some more of that nickel. The only problem is, though, I don't know which one it was. Alright, so I'm going to assume it is that one there that is a little bit closer. I think what I'll do is I'm going to do an L-shaped route. So I'm going to go probably away from that SPRT signal, because I guess going near that would kind of be a bad idea. Now I have 3 bottles on me. I think that should be enough. Do we have any unnecessary junk on us? Yes, we do. Alright, let's get rid of this unnecessary junk so that I can grab the maximum amount of nickel possible, and hopefully we can start making some actual proper progress. It's now episode 6 and I haven't really made too much progress at all. What do we got? That's right, I've got a GPS marker for that. Alright, so let's head over to the asteroid and get ourselves some nickel. Alright, so energy here we are at our asteroid, and it seems like my energy is low. Man. My planning in this series is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I don't even know... Oh, here we go. Here's the nickel. Okay, so let's hope we can get some of this, or enough of it, and not run out of power on our way back.
Inventory full.
Okay, so my inventory is full. I think I only have nickel in my inventory. Alright, let's head back. And hopefully I do not run out of power. Here we go. So there is my respawn pod over there. I really think we're going to struggle to get there in time before we run out of power. Let's turn my lights off and hopefully that will help out a little bit. Although I have my doubts. And I do know that the SPRT signal is around about here somewhere. So hopefully we can get back in time before I die. But we will see how I go. Oh, such bad planning. Well, I've run out of power, so I really don't think we're going to make it back in time. I've got 10 kilometers to go, and my health is dwindling fast.
Health low.
And there we go. Oh, when will I learn? Alright, well... maybe, perhaps, if we are lucky, I can find my body and get to it before it goes out of range. Although I may be struggling for fuel here. The only problem is that I believe my body will be traveling at about 300 meters per second. So I've got to be quick in doing this. Let's see if I can... Whoa! Okay, let's see if I can lock onto this. Control Z. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. Alright, let's get rid of this tool, and this tool, because I don't need that stuff. And let's grab these tools. Ah, fantastic. That was a pretty specky save there, to be honest with you. Alright, so crisis kind of averted. I really didn't want to have to fly all the way back to that asteroid to grab some more, but I really need to work on my planning, guys. I honestly do. Oh, speaking of planning. Oh, man. Oh, honestly. Oh, this is just a disaster. Alright, let's retrieve our stuff yet again. Alright, so hopefully that is the last time I run into an asteroid at 300 meters per second, but come on guys, let's face it, it's not going to be the last time. Alright, so we have our nickel, let's build some stuff. Alright, so I think the first thing I'm going to build is a connector again so that I can dock the ship up with the base. So I think I'll just place one... Actually, do I want to conveyor this thing up? It would probably be a good idea. Okay, so maybe to that end we can get rid of this block here and replace that with... I think, you know, I really should have gone for armored conveyors here, but I suppose we can put some in now. But there's not much I can do about the ones that are already there. So let's place an armored conveyor there. Probably another one. And then I'll just put in probably a right-angled armor conveyor, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't really work. So yeah, I'll just put just a regular conveyor junction. I need the materials for that. Alright, let's get the materials for all this stuff and build it up. Cool. Alright, so we have our stuff built. Let's put in a couple of armor blocks around it. Because they're not really necessary, but why not? And we are done. Alright, so just need to put a connector on the build planner. And then we can manufacture the components for that and build one of those. And then finally get the ship reconnected to the base. And then hopefully charge the batteries for that. Well, it looks like we do actually have some drones coming in. So hopefully these guns attack them long before they get to my base. Let's see how well this actually works out. So once... I think I might need to take a trip to get some ammo. drone, please. The drone, the drone. Oh, he's coming after me. Okay, well, I might as well salvage some thruster components from this guy. Well, I think I've got everything of value from this thing. I don't really need the gyroscope. Now, where did the other drone go? I think it crashed down here somewhere. Alright, so I was kind of thinking that the drones were going to kind of leave me alone, but it doesn't look like that is the case. Alright, so that means I might actually have to build some more weapons, which is not really what I want to do. Alright, so let's get back to building this connector.
Energy low.
Now, did I actually put those components to production? I don't think I did. Alright, let's do that quickly. Let's grab some components for this. Actually, no. You know what I need to do? I need to go back down to the planet and get some more magnesium. I think what I might do as well is I'm going to get rid of... Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of these conveyor junctions here. So let's get rid of this one. And will everything fall down if I get rid of that? No, I think we should be okay. Alright, let's put in an armored T-junction in its place. So I'll go for an armored T-junction. No, I need a conveyor junction here. Because there's no, like, cross piece, if that makes sense. So there's no piece that looks like this one here. So, yeah, like that one. But with, like, armor on top. That's a bit of a shame. I wish there was. Or could I... Maybe I could... No, I think maybe if I turn one on its side. So let's grab one of these armored conveyors. So like that. So I suppose I could just, yeah, spin it around like that. Yeah, that'll work. What am I thinking? Oh, wait, will it? No, it won't, because it won't be able to connect to that point there. Unless I move this one here. And then put a conveyor junction here. Actually, here it's underneath the base. So I'm just going to place in one like that. And then here we'll just put a junction. Because I want it to be kind of protected, but... Ah, please. Can I have large grid? Thank you. Thank you. Right, now, as I was saying, let's place one of those there. I'll get these two welded up.
Energy critical.
Okay, so now we can just feed off that conveyor underneath the floor there. So what I'll do is I'll put a T-piece here, but an armoured T-piece. So where is my armoured T-piece? Let's have a look. Oh, there it is. It's in the same orientation as it was before. Let's get that one welded up. Well, it looks like I forgot to hit the record button again, so yeah. What I ended up doing was making a line of blocks out here. I'm not sure if I mentioned before that I was going to increase the amount of Gatling turrets that I have. But yeah, I'm going to put 4 here instead of 2. Hopefully that will make shorter work of the drones. Although, man, I am actually really impressed. If they weren't trying to kill me, I'd probably be even more impressed with how resilient these things are. But I just realized that these are too close together, so I've got to grind this conveyor down and then move it over by 1 block. So what I'll probably have to do is add some of these armored conveyors to the build planner. So I'm going to add a few because honestly, I need to build this stuff anyway, so let's just do that. Oh! So we have another drone. Man, it takes so much ammo to take him down as well. That's the other thing. Like, I would actually like to get onto some other tasks apart from defending myself. But, yeah, I'm constantly having to go down to the planet to get magnesium to build ammo. So I really need to build some sort of a ship that will get me down to the planet. But, honestly, I don't really have any designs that aren't massive ships, if that makes any sense. So, I don't know. Maybe I do build one of my bigger ships, or one of my... I wouldn't say it's big, but maybe I will build a pilgrim to go down to the planet to get myself a whole bunch of magnesium, and then I'll just build like about 50 of these Gatling turrets, and then, yeah, oh, well, maybe not 50. The other option I've got as well, and I was thinking about this before, I could actually take all of this stuff underground. So that is a possibility as well. So I definitely will hold that option in reserve, and if I feel like it's just getting too overwhelming, then I definitely will do that. Alright, there we go. So we've got our Gatling turrets built. What I would really love to do is build a missile launcher, because those things actually do make short work of those drones. I have encountered them in the past, and yeah, the last time I encountered those drones before, they didn't really stand up very well to missiles. But the only problem is I need to go to the alien planet to get those missiles, so that's not really going to work out too well. Alright, so I'm going to grab some charge. I'm going to get rid of all the stuff that's in my inventory and head back down to the planet. And I might make 2 trips this time, because they don't really take too long to make, and hopefully 2 bottles is enough. It won't be enough to make 2 trips, but hopefully it's enough to make 1 trip. Otherwise I'm going to be the victim of gravity. Alright, so got some charge. Let's head back down to the planet. I suppose, yeah, one of the other things I would really like is to have one of those handheld missile launchers. But again, I'm pretty sure I need uranium for those as well. Actually, do I? I need to check that out when I get back to the base. Alright, so I've arrived back at base, and I have about 4.8k worth of magnesium on me, so... oh, man, I would really like to build some more of these solar panels too, but... yeah, I just don't think I can, so let's put all of this in the refinery. So I'm going to move it all the way over there. So, and then from there, I'm going to put to production probably another... let's go with 100 ammo boxes. So we need 100 magnesium powder. We got 10.27 left from when I deconstructed all these MR8P magazines, which I didn't need anymore. So let's see. So we need... how much have we refined? Yeah, we're going to need to do another trip. Now, how much fuel did I use? I only used 1 bottle, really, so I think I'm going to get rid of 1 additional bottle from my inventory, and then that'll help us squeeze in just a tiny bit more magnesium ore, and hopefully let us build a few more ammo boxes. Alright, so here we are back at the asteroid once again after the second trip, and as I was descending down to the planet for my second trip, I realized I made a big mistake when I reloaded the game. So sometimes I will, like, you know, record a bit and then I'll go away for a bit and then reload the game, and it seems that my antenna was turned on again. So yeah, that really sucks, because I didn't even notice that, and probably, you know what, you guys probably noticed it, but I certainly didn't notice it. Alright, cool. So it looks like he didn't actually take out any of these solar panels. So I think what I would like to do is get some of these back up and running. So let's put as many as we can onto the build planner and get those up and running again, because I would like to get a decent surplus of power. Okay, well, it looks like we built about 20 ammo boxes, so I think each one of these Gatling turrets should have at least 10 ammo in it. Yeah, more or less. 1, 2, 3... oh. Geez, for a second there I thought there was 5, but no. What's this? A pirate raider drone. Oh, he must have been trying to follow me down to the planet. Well, isn't that interesting? Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like gravity is working against him. He's still coming towards me, so that's unfortunate. Now, do I actually have enough to build everything that I want to? So I need... what the... what's he firing at? Well, what was firing at him, actually? Where is he? Whoa! That was a missile. Yeah, I don't really want to mess with this guy. I think I'll just let him wallow in that crater, and then if he wants to get me, then he's got to go past my Gatling guns. Although, do they have an angle to fire on him? This is the question. Nah, he's just going to chill there and keep smashing into the rock. With any luck, that guy being spawned there will mean that others will cease to spawn. And hopefully that my antenna is turned off, that will also be the case, but I guess we'll have to wait and see if that is actually the case. Alright, let's go up here and weld up some of these panels, at least. Okay, so I have a fair amount of power happening again, which is nice. Alright, let's deal with this drone. So, I think what I'll do is I'm going to fly out to about here and then let him come towards me. And then as he's coming towards me, he should get attacked by my Gatling turrets. Come on. No, for some reason he's still after my base. What is he doing? Is he coming now? Or is it just me flying closer towards him?
Energy low.
Oh, yep, now he's coming. Take that. Whoa. 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 Okay, cool. You know what? In hindsight, I probably should have staggered these guns, put that one there and that one block over so that they're, you know, in that scenario. But I was kind of counting on the fact that they'd always be coming from that location there. What was I going to do next? Yeah, that's right. Repairing the solar panels again. Well, it seems like it doesn't matter if I have my antenna switched on or not. These drones are just coming after me anyway. And I need to adjust those two Gatling turrets there to be at 1400 meters as well. So that's kind of my bad, I guess. Actually, let's do that now. There we go. Now they're all set to 1400 meters. Now, hopefully he's not trying to blow up my soul. Ah! I just repaired that! Oh, man. Seriously? Alright, we're going to have to come up with something. Maybe what I can do instead is put in some kind of decoy blocks or something like that. In fact, you know what I might do? I might put in one of these larger weapons. Possibly something like... I'm thinking maybe one of these guns here. So, where is it? Not that one. Not that one. So, probably one of these here. These Radan quad assault cannons. And it looks like they have a max range of 2 kilometers. And I think they should do a significant amount of damage to these drones before they actually get in range of my solar tower. Man, I am getting sick of repairing that thing. It's getting quite frustrating, to be honest with you. I suppose I could move it over here somewhere and do something like that. That way it would be kind of protected against these guys. Yeah, decisions. Okay, so let's move forward with plan A. So plan A will be to get rid of this block here and then put in an armored conveyor. Wait, I would have to... What would I put here? I think I'm going to have to put in a T-junction, aren't I? No, I need to put in a conveyor junction here. There's no other choice. Alright, so we'll put a conveyor junction there. And then in front of that, I'll put in just a regular armored conveyor or reinforced conveyor. I keep saying armored, but they're not armored. They're reinforced. And then, so I need 2 blocks worth of spacing. Yep, I think that's where it needs to be. Alright, let's put in a conveyor junction. So we'll put our conveyor junction about there. We need some materials for that. Alright, so I've got the turret placed down. I've got my conveyors placed, although they are incomplete. Let's see if I have the materials to build them. Yeah, now I do. Alright, cool. So we've got all of that kind of complete. Hopefully no more drones spawn. I am missing some construction components, so it is quite weak at this moment. So let's just go into that Raden and let us increase the range to 2 kilometers by default. And what I'm going to do is put to production. I'm going to remove the ammo boxes and let's build some autocannon, assault cannon shells, I think it is. So we got artillery, assault cannon shells. So we need 0.2 or 0.4 magnesium powder for each of these. Alright, so let's try and build 100 of those. So I need 40 magnesium powder. Now, what I'm going to do is, like a lot of people in the comments section of last episode suggested that I install a better, refinery. And I certainly agree with that. So I think that's what I'm going to do right now. I believe the easiest spot to place it would be right underneath this conveyor junction here. That would probably make a little bit of sense. And because the problem is with, alright, so where is the conveyor port with this? It is on the top left. So yeah, like I was saying, the problem with the current setup that I've got is that, yeah, this refinery is 30% less efficient than the other larger refineries. So, alright, let's add one of these to the build planner and get the materials for that starting to manufacture. Actually, I need to remove that because I don't want to build the materials for that because I've already built that. Alright, so let me at least place it down. Hopefully I've got enough materials to do at least that. I can't place it down because I've got these blocks in the way, so let's get rid of those. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that, and then hopefully now I should be able to place it down. Alright, let's place it here. Fantastic. Alright, so looks like we're missing, yeah, we need 1100 steel plates. I do hope that I have enough iron for this, but I think I should be okay. Okay, well, it turns out that I am low on iron, so I just quickly went and hand mined a little bit of iron. That sentence didn't really work out too well, did it? So hopefully that will give us enough iron to then get all of these steel plates produced. I need 6,500 ingots, which is actually quite a lot. Right, so let's refine this, build all these components, and then get this refinery done, and then hopefully we can get a leg up. I think I am going to move this solar tower over here. Somewhere like around about here. Because I think, honestly, it'll probably get a little bit more sun anyway. But I just need to kind of run a line of blocks from this point. And I might just drill a hole through the asteroid here. And then come down here. And then join it up to this with some random blocks. Now, I used local grid alignment when I connected it to here, or when I placed this block here, so this should be able to connect to this base here. Okay, alright, I'll be back once this refinery is built. Yeah, hey, and we are online, alright, so this refinery is now working. So we should be able to get through all of this stuff a lot easier as well. So we've got our basic refinery. So I'm going to put my iron there and my magnesium into that one. Our stone as well. Probably do our silicon next. And we should get a fair bit more iron or bang for our buck out of this refinery. So, and then this refinery, I suppose at this point what I can do is grind this down for materials because we may as well recycle the materials from this one. So let's put everything into the small cargo container. I know I have a lot of gravel wasting a lot of space, but I think I should be okay to... Actually, is that going to break any links? Nah, that should be alright. Alright, cool. As I said, I've got a lot of... what was I saying? Man, I completely forgot. Alright, well... Oh, man. Alright, what I would really love to do is put some yield modules on this thing, but the problem is I need gold for that, and I just don't have that, so...
Energy critical.
Alright, yeah, that's what I was saying. We should be able to get a lot more magnesium for our, maybe I did say that. Forget about it. Alright, so I think now what I'll do is I'll make another trip down to the planet, get some more magnesium, and then we can start manufacturing some of these, Actually, no. Let's do that now. Let's start manufacturing these things now. Alright, so let's put those there. We have these in production. So let's build a whole heap of these things here. Now let's see. How fast am I going through that? And how much am I actually producing? So I think with this refinery I should be able to build quite a bit of ammo. So that's nice. So how many shells have I built so far? 3. Which is not heaps. But hopefully this thing will be a little bit more efficient at dispatching drones than what these Gatling turrets are, because honestly, these Gatling turrets just really aren't that effective against those drones. Which is surprising. I thought they would have minced them up, especially 4 of them against one single drone. Although it doesn't help when I don't set the range properly and, you know, the drone gets really close. And yeah, I am definitely going to move that solar tower. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so I just went down to the planet to grab some more magnesium, but it seems like this drone didn't... Yeah, this drone spawned while I was on my way down to the planet, and like I mentioned before, it kind of really doesn't seem to matter if I do or do not have my antenna on. These drones kind of spawn at me no matter what. So, yeah, here he is at the bottom of my asteroid once again. So let's try and draw this guy out, try not to die in the process, and draw him into the fire of my guns. Now, thankfully, this guy didn't get too close. Really? Oh, man. Okay. Alright, now, as I was saying, thankfully he didn't get too close to, yeah, where my... Come on, mate. Come and get me. Come on, guns, get him. What are you doing, man? Come on. Ooh. Oh, yeah, those guns are working pretty good, I think. Wow. Oh, man, I should have built one of these things a long time. Alright, let me grab my body. As I was saying, I should have built one of these Radan turrets a long time ago. Alright, so it seems like this thing is caught in gravity and sinking towards the planet. Let me see if I can block to this. Control Z. There we go. Alright, let's grab all of our materials back. Let's put all of that stuff in my... Hey! Can I have my bottle back, please? There we go. Alright, let's turn off auto dampeners. Where's my base? Oh, here we go. Okay, now, as I was saying, I should have built one of those things a long time ago. And since I was gone, I'm really loving this refinery, and I'm honestly kicking myself that I didn't get this thing online a lot sooner. So if we have a look at the production, I built around about 70 of those bullets. So let's have a look at the inventory for the Radan. We've got 3... Okay, let's fill it. So I've got 38 ammo plus 6 ammo. We have a few ammo boxes left, but I think I'm going to make another trip down to the planet to get some more magnesium. And hopefully this, this pirate raider doesn't spawn more drones at me. Okay, so I've gone back down to the planet. I've grabbed myself some more magnesium. So we have about 10.5k. Let's just see what our ammo situation is looking like. So let's have a look at our Radan. So we've got 6 ammo there. I have 46 artillery or assault cannon shells there. I seem to have a little bit, but not too much of this Gatling ammo. or Gatling ammo boxes. Yeah, so I might put into production another 50 of those. So that requires us to have 56.4 magnesium powder, which I think we should be able to achieve. Okay, so now I should... Man, this thing sent another drone at me while I went down to the planet. Really? Oh, man. Alright, let's try and draw this guy out again. Because the one thing I don't want is for him to attack my respawn pod, because that is really, really bad. I mean, for obvious reasons. I'm sure I don't need to explain that. Let's draw him out once again. And there we go. Now my guns can take care of him. Man, this drone situation is just incredible. Like, I am honestly blessed by having... Goodbye, sir. I am blessed by having all of these modded turrets at my disposal. But, yeah, if it wasn't for those, I would kind of be... As I mentioned in the previous episode, up the proverbial creek without a paddle. Okay, so let us try and work quickly. Now, what I was thinking of doing is putting a piston here with a drill and drilling us a whole bunch of stones so that we have some resources to actually get this ship built. And then with that ship built, we can get the heck out of here and move somewhere else, because honestly, this place is just too dangerous. Alright, so let us drill like a hole big enough to fit a piston in here. I think that should maybe be big enough. Let us just check and see if that is indeed the case. It will be big enough for the piston itself, but I don't think it'll be big enough for... let's withdraw components for that. I need some motors. No surprises there. I didn't really expect to have everything that I needed to build this piston in the first place, but you know, I can kind of be hopeful, right? Alright, so let's add the piston part to the build planner. Let's add that to the build planner. Let's manufacture that stuff. Let's add a drill to the build planner. So let's add one of those. I will remove these things. I might add 3 drills actually. And then we can get a whole bunch of materials. Alright, let's... So I think what my plan will be is to add 3 drills to that, let them drill all the way through this rock, and hopefully that will give us a whole bunch of stone, which we can then mine down to, or refine down to iron, nickel and silicon, and we don't need to do any trips back to that random asteroid in the middle of nowhere to get ourselves some nickel. Also, I noticed that my antenna for some reason turned itself back on once again, which is ever so annoying. But what can I really do about that? I need to be more vigilant. But I'm sure you guys have figured out by now that vigilance is not my middle name. Okay, so I finally drilled out enough material to actually attach this drill. Man, it was crazy. Yeah, I don't know how far this is going to go, to be honest with you. I think I should be able to get a decent amount of resources out of it. But I guess we'll just have to kind of wait and see. Alright, let's get all this stuff welded up. And I don't know if I'm going to add the secondary and tertiary drill. But, I mean, we'll see how we go. I don't really want to do any more hand drilling, to be honest with you, but we must do what we must do. Okay, well, it seems like I have run out of iron, so... Yeah, I only managed to get 2 of these drills done. I did end up putting in the second one and the tertiary one. Secondary and tertiary, I guess you could call it. So let's see if I can turn these on and see if we actually get any iron from this, or any stone. So yeah, we are getting a fair bit of stone from this. Let's put all of this stone into the refinery, and hopefully then we can actually produce some of the stuff that I need, which is mainly steel plates, really. Alright, well, it doesn't look like it's working out too well. They're a little bit too far from where I need them to be. So I'm going to have to get rid of this one and then weld that one up a little bit later. So what I'm going to do is, let's find our piston. So our piston, and let us set the speed for this like really, really low. So maybe 0.03, I guess. And that's a positive number, so it should start edging forward. And now we should be able to see a whole bunch of stone entering this thing here. So let's go into our refinery and move this stone over into our refinery, which should then let us produce a little bit of iron. Although it's not really doing it as fast as I would like. But we are getting somewhere. This series seems to be plagued with little to slow progress. But I guess it is to be expected given the conditions. Actually, you know what? I probably could put another drill up the top as well, but I'll worry about that a bit later. Well, looks like we're under attack once again. I was making some good progress with this stone. Looks like all of my solar panels are dead now too. And, well, I guess at least I took him out before he got anywhere near my base, but I don't think this Radan turret actually worked out too well. It kind of missed its target a few times. Might as well put the components into that. Let me just see how much ammo I actually have. Oh, actually, I need to put the stuff from these drills into the refinery. Wow, okay, yeah, so let's find our refinery. Oh, sorry. And put all the stone in there. Okay, so I've got 14k stone there. Actually, the drills are starting to fill up. Huh! Isn't that interesting? They actually have more cargo space than what my small cargo container has. Well, that is interesting. Let's move out everything else. Well, I can't really, can I? So at least I am building up a whole bunch of nickel and a whole bunch of silicon. The iron I don't really need, and the silicon I don't really need. It's more like the nickel, because this asteroid that I am sitting on right now has plenty of iron. So, alright, now let's check the ammo. Now that I'm not too worried about the cargo space. So we have 13 of that. How much magnesium powder do we have? Magnesium powder 0.37. How much ore do I have? Looks like I've got 3.31k ore, which is fine. Let's check our ammo in the Radan turret. So we got 4. Let's check for assault ammo. We've got 32 rounds. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is reduce the range of the Radan turret. I know it sounds silly. Let's try maybe 1600 meters so it fires just before the Gatling turrets do. I think that's an acceptable amount. Also, what I did when I was gone is I reduced the range or the speed of this piston here to 0.025, which seems to be the perfect speed for it to pick up stone and then for the refinery to refine it. So, well, when I'm there putting it into the refinery, that is. Well, unfortunately, guys, that is going to have to conclude this episode. Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to make a lot more progress than what I have, but, yeah, honestly, this entire episode has just been kind of trying to keep my head above water. We have limited amounts of magnesium. My solar tower, which is responsible for charging all my batteries, is constantly the victim of these attacks from these drones. And yeah, man, this scenario has really tested me, hey, I gotta say. But yeah, anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I really hope to see you in the next episode. Alright, guys, I will see you next time.